Hi guys, Lookfolk here and welcome to my FIFA 21 Team of the Year votes. Wow, Team of the Year is almost upon us. The voting for this ends January 18th and that is a Monday, so I'm guessing maybe Team of the Year on Jan 22nd, which is pretty late for Team of the Year to be quite honest, but I'm very excited. I do apologize for the late upload tonight. I just was extremely busy, but we're here. I'm going to do my Team of the Year vote. Very, very excited. And let me guys know whether you agree with the team that I'm about to pick. Let me guys know who you voted for, how you've gone about your voting. Have you picked players that you just want to see get Team of the Year cards? Have you picked it because of the performances of players IRL for their respective clubs over 2020? And I should mention, that's how I'm going to do my votes. I'm picking it on players that deserve to be there because they performed amazingly well for their respective clubs throughout the year of 2020. So we're going to start with the defenders first. Then do the we'll do the defenders, then the goalkeeper, midfield, and then finish off with the attack. I'm leaving the goalkeepers, I'm doing the defenders first and the goalkeepers because the goalkeepers I'm very undecided on. It might take me a little bit of a while, but I'm going to try and justify every single player that I put into this video. So we're going to start with left back. Alphonso Davies is getting in there. I think Robertson's been fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I think Davies just over the course of 2020 has been slightly more consistent than Robertson. And of course, Robertson was great being able to win the Premier League title, being able to help Scotland qualify for the Euros as well. That does have to be taken into account. But Davies, this kid's just fantastic. He's on such another level at the moment. What Bayern are doing in general has been fantastic. Being able to win that Champions League title, the way that they demolished Barcelona, the way that they were able to beat PSG in the final, just quality. So for me, he gets in there. But Robertson was close to getting in there for the second year in a row. But a Liverpool player that does get in there for the second year in a row is going to be Trent. 2021, he's been abysmal, especially in the game against Southampton. But this isn't about 2021, it's about 2020, and that Trent deserves to get in there. The amount of assists this guy gets, is he the best defender? No, he isn't. Is he like a fullback like how a Gary Neville was, or how a Carvajal is at the moment? He isn't that type of fullback. He's more of a wing back. Very good in the attack and still decent on the defense, but his defensive game does need a little bit of work still, but he's still been fantastic for 2020. I love this guy. He probably is my favourite Liverpool player, I won't lie. I think he's just absolutely quality. Love the kid so much. So for me, he's going to get Team of the Year. Some people would argue that's biased, but realistically, who else gets in a right back? The only other right back that's even a contender is Jesus Navas, who, yes, has been great with Sevilla, but he's not on the level of a Trent, in my personal opinion. So Trent gets in there. Centre back, Van Dijk. I know he's been injured for the end part of 2020, but he has shown to me, especially sadly, how Liverpool's performances have been recently. The game against West Brom that ended in a draw, Newcastle draw, defeats against Southampton. If Van Dijk's playing those games, we don't concede that goal against West Brom for the corner. We don't concede that stupid goal early on from a free kick against Southampton. Instead of getting 2 points from 9, we get 6 instead, or something like that. And Van Dijk, since we are really missing him, don't get me wrong, we were playing initially decent football after he got injured. But recently, we're starting to show signs that we really, really are missing him. But he's been fantastic in 2020, being able to, help Liverpool to that Premier League title. He's been a fantastic signing, and I can't wait for him to get back to full fitness. Now, for the other centre-back, I was in between Ramos and Marquinhos. Originally as well, Thiago Silva was also in the question, but I removed him from being able to get into this other centre-back position. I'm going with Ramos because of the fact that he was able to help lead Real Madrid to that first La Liga title in quite a few years. If PSG would have won the Champions League, Marquinhos goes in. But ultimately, they didn't. And yes, they won the Ligue 1 title, but I think winning the La Liga title is a much harder thing to be able to achieve than what it is for PSG to win the Ligue 1 title. Having said that, they're finding it pretty hard to be able to win it this season. But yeah, Ramos goes in. Now for the goalkeepers, and now it gets controversial. Although this shouldn't be a controversial pick. So many people are going with Neuer, and don't get me wrong, Neuer's a fantastic goalkeeper, and you don't, in my opinion, Navas, Mandanda, Hradecky, Ederson, Courtois, as good as they are on their day, which they are, they're not as good as Neuer and Alisson have been in 2020. And Neuer's been great. Won the Champions League, won the Bundesliga. I'm guessing Bayern won the domestic cup as well. Liverpool won their first Premier League title in 30 years. And any Liverpool fan knows, Alisson's the first decent keeper that we've had. Or, well, I say decent, that's an understatement to Alisson. He's been absolutely quality. He's world class. He's been our best goalkeeper since Pepe Reina, I would say. And if Alisson had to play for Liverpool in the 2013-14 season instead of Mignolet, we win that title. If Adrian or a Mignolet plays in goal during the 1920 season, do we win the Premier League title? Maybe. I think, yes, I think we still ultimately do, but certainly nowhere near by the leads that we did by having Alisson in the team. But throughout 2020, he's been fantastic, and some people will say here's the Liverpool bias coming out, but I honestly think Alisson deserves to be in there. I think he's been a better goalkeeper than Neuer, not by much, but I still think he's the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. Now the midfielders, which are here. Son is a midfielder. That is sad. I was hoping he was going to be an attacker. Anyway, I think for the midfield, we go, hold on, what am I doing here? Midfield. Okay. Yeah, so for the midfield, I want to go with Bruno Fernandes has got to go in there. And, I mean, there's the end of the Liverpool bias, because when Fernandes first came to United, and this is the reason why I'm putting him in, although United haven't had any success, they haven't won a single trophy, unlike Real, unlike Liverpool, unlike Bayern have in 2020. United haven't won anything. But what he has done to this United team, he's taken them from a team that at the start of the year 2020 was struggling to be able to get into the top four, and he has now sadly taken them to a point where they are Premier League title contenders. Liverpool and United are currently the two favourites. City as well are very much getting in there, and you can't even rule out a few other clubs as well. And originally I said to people when he first came, and people agree with me as well, or some people agree with me, that he was literally stat padding, and a few people did agree when I said that, but I take that comment back now, and I see the difference that he makes to United. Like every single game, he's getting goal contributions, assists, or goals, still mostly from the penalty spots, but even so, he's a good penalty taker. But yeah, he's fantastic, and for me, he has to be there. I think he'd be the first United Team of the Year since Di Maria back in, I think that was 2015. And Di Maria got into that Team of the Year for his performances at Real Madrid, not because... So this is the first Man United Team of the Year player that's actually done stuff for United for the first time in God knows how long. But for me, Bruno Fernandes, as much as it pains me to put a United player in here, he's one of the best midfielders in the world. He's been better than this guy. As good as De Bruyne still is, and he was fantastic against Chelsea the other day, Fernandes has been better in 2020. Now, for the other two midfielders, I'm in between Henderson. I think De Bruyne still gets into the conversation, but I think there are better picks. Henderson, Son, now for the fact that he's a midfielder, which I was hoping he was going to be an attacker. So the main ones are Henderson, Kimmich, Son, and Thiago. Now, Thiago will get in for his performances at Bayern, not at Liverpool. And he was great for Bayern in 2020. Come to Liverpool, we've yet to see anything really of him yet. A few glimpses certainly, but he's been injured sadly for a lot of the end part of 2020. And I think because of that, he might not get in there. Seeing Son as a midfielder, I've got to put Son in. And I know once again Spurs haven't had team. I mean, they have now just got to the EFL Cup final, but they haven't had any team success in terms of any major honours in 2020. But Son he's such an underrated player in my opinion. He doesn't get enough respect. He doesn't get enough credit. This guy is fantastic. He is absolutely amazing. For me, one of the best players in the world. He's so fun to be able to watch. I think in the whole team that I'm going to pick here, there's only one more player that I think's more fun to watch than a Heung-min Son. I think he's fantastic. I really, really do. I'd love to have him at Liverpool. It'll never happen, I don't think, but it would be great. And then for the final midfielder, it's between Kimmich and Henderson. I kind of would like to put a Bayern midfielder in here, but I'm going to stay true to Liverpool, and also because of the fact that I do think, although I think Kimmich is arguably a more talented footballer than Jordan Henderson, and that's coming from a Liverpool fan, Henderson has worked so hard in his game throughout many years. I remember when he came to Liverpool from Sunderland, and I personally didn't think he was going to last very long at Liverpool, but he proved me wrong. I'm sure he proved a lot of other Liverpool fans wrong, and he's a fantastic leader. Like, he is an amazing captain. You know, when Gerrard left, I was thinking, we're never going to find a captain as good as Gerrard. We have found a captain, in my opinion, who can lead just as well as what Gerrard ever did. and I have so much admiration for him. I think he's absolutely fantastic as a leader. In this team of the year that I'm about to make, is he the most gifted? Is he the most talented of the 11? Obviously, he's talented, but is he world class? He's a very, very good player, and his leadership definitely helped Liverpool to be able to, go forward and go on and win that Premier League title. I would say he is world class. I think for his performances, his range of passing is fantastic. He does need to score more goals from a midfield position. But, his assists and stuff like that, his passing in general, the way he leads the team, he is, the heart of the midfield. Don't like him in the defence, personally. Whenever he's had to go in there, he needs to be played in the midfield, and his quality there. For me, Jordan Henderson gets into my team of the year. For the attackers, okay, Jack Grealish and Andre Silva are team of the year nominees. And to be fair, what Grealish has done with Aston Villa, almost single-handedly kept them up in the Premier League, and Villa have kicked on this year, getting Ollie Watkins as well, and Grealish has been quality, in all fairness to him. Caputo from Saluso. I love some of these nominees, man. I absolutely love it. Joselu from Alaves. Okay, a Newcastle reject has just got into Team of the Year nominees alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. I never thought I would see Joselu in Team of the Year nominees. Can you imagine that? Yeah, let's forget about Lewandowski. Joselu's the guy. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Oh, man. Give him a Team of the Year flashback, please, EA. I think for Team of the Year, I got to go with Lewandowski. In my opinion, the best striker in the world currently, the best attacker in the world currently, quality footballer. He deserves a Team of the Year card more than anyone here. He's never had a Team of the Year card, and he deserves one, 100%. Now, my other contenders are Messi, Salah, Mbappe, and Ronaldo. I think I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think his performances in 2020 have been very, very good. Juventus were able to win another Serie A title. Absolutely quality. I like Ronaldo as well. I personally, I know like X-United and stuff like that, but I just like the way he comes. Some people would argue he doesn't come across very well. I do like the way he comes across. I think he's, I don't know him personally, obviously, but I just like him. I do. I've really grown to like him as I've got older, and I think he deserves to be in Team of the Year. Not just because of, I just happen to like him, because I still think his performances have been great, even in the Champions League and stuff like that, what he's been able to, even achieve in 2020, like his goal-scoring form at the age that he is and stuff like that as well. Just fantastic still. Absolutely the top of his game. Brilliant. Some honourable mentions. Benzema's been great throughout 2020. Dybala, I struggle to see why he's been put there. As far as I could remember, I don't think he's been even playing consistently, even when he's been fit. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm struggling to see why this guy's there. Kane and João Felix. João Felix has been very, very good. Injury problems as well. Still, Benzema on offense has been good, to be fair as well. Kane. But I think there are just better options down this side here. I don't know. And I know that this video will probably get dislikes if I don't vote for Messi, but ultimately I'm not going to just fall to peer pressure and just pick Messi because he's Lionel Messi. I don't think his performances in 2020 and his team success hasn't been very good as well, but obviously I have still put players in here that didn't have team success like Bruno Fernandes and Heung-min Son. But I don't think he's been good enough in 2020. This guy's been better in 2020. So is this guy as well, and Kylian Mbappe. But I think I want to go with Salah over Messi and Mbappe. I don't know. I think Messi still deserves to come in as the 12th man. I'm going with Salah. Salah's in my team of the year. That is my team of the year done. Let me guys know. A lot of people won't be happy with that pick over Lionel Messi, but I think he's been better. I know that Messi's done some, has broken goal-scoring records in 2020, but ultimately, he's shown, in my opinion, a lot of disrespect to Barcelona. There's been a lot of off-the-field issues, obviously the thing with Barcelona as well in general. And ultimately, I don't think he's been good enough in 2020, like Ronaldo wasn't last year, to get into the official team. He could still come in there as the 12th man, but I've gone with Salah, and that is my team. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.